Yesterday, Monday, at the beginning of the day, Donald Trump was involved in no fewer than 17 different investigations. By the end of the day, that number had risen by at least 2. So by the end of the day, he was the target of at least 19 different investigations. The new ones that popped up yesterday come from the New York Attorney General's office of Letitia James. And what Letitia James has done, and her crew, they've subpoenaed a couple of banks that Donald Trump's been doing business with because they want to see those bank records to find out whether or not Donald Trump did inflate his assets when applying for loans and other monies. And the reason they think they need to look into this is because, I don't know if you remember this, but there was this guy, Michael Cohen. He testified before Congress a couple weeks ago, and he actually implicated Donald Trump in a massive financial fraud scheme that Democratic Representative Ro Khanna said was textbook financial fraud. Donald Trump, according to Michael Cohen, was cooking the books in New York. And so the New York Attorney General said, you know what, I think that's worth looking into. So they have issued these subpoenas to Deutsche Bank to hand over the records. They've issued subpoenas to Investors Bank to hand over financial records. And all of these are related to different deals that the Trump organization, the Trump company, whatever it was trying to work out. They want to know if what Donald Trump told them or submitted to them on paper matches up with the actual financial records of the Trump organization. Should be pretty simple. If the numbers match, he's good to go. If they don't, that means he submitted fraudulent information to these finance institutions in order to secure a loan, and that's illegal. But there's a catch here. The Attorney General's office in New York is not looking for criminal activity. This, unfortunately, is a civil investigation. So, with this particular investigation, technically both of the investigations, the worst that could happen would be a fine. They could then refer for criminal prosecution should they choose to go that route. But right now, it is just a civil case and nobody is looking at the possibility of jail time, unless, of course, they find out that this has been a routine operating procedure for the Trump organization, for other financial institutions as well, in which case, yeah, charges will probably eventually be filed. But for right now, we have to settle for the fact that this is a simple civil investigation. But keep in mind, the Attorney General's office, should they find financial fraud, they actually do have the power to completely dissolve a corporation if the fraud is great enough. So, worst case scenario, all the papers match up and Donald Trump's squeaky clean and we were all wrong. Best case scenario, not only does Trump get arrested along with his children for crimes that they cannot be pardoned for because this is the state of New York, but that also the entire Trump organization gets dissolved, broken apart, and sold off to whoever wants to buy that piece of crap. Now for me, I know it's a long shot, but I'm still going to reserve just a little bit of hope that that could happen. One of our video sponsors today is BetterHelp.com. BetterHelp.com offers users access to their own personal therapist. After filling out a short questionnaire, BetterHelp.com links you up within 24 hours to a therapist who's best suited to help you with whatever it is you may need. BetterHelp.com is cheaper and more efficient than going and sitting in a therapist's office or waiting for weeks at a time to get an appointment with a therapist. And the best part is that it really is only a fraction of the cost. You can speak to somebody 24/7 from the comfort and privacy of your own home. BetterHelp.com is there for you. If you are having career trouble, if you're having relationship trouble, if you feel like you're just spinning your wheels in life, there is always somebody willing to listen and help if you need it. Check them out today, betterhelp.com/ringofire to get started.